Hello, everyone, and Happy New Year. Well, this year I'm going to be changing it up a little bit. I want to talk about the negligence of the healthcare industry because this needs to be talked about. It's not talked about enough. I don't know about y'all, but I remember a day where doctors and nurses took pride in their work and they took pride in saving people's lives. Nowadays, it just seems like everything is all about an almighty dollar. Everything is all about making money, and it's no longer about saving lives. Now, don't hear me wrong. There are some doctors and nurses out there who still value life over money, but most of them nowadays are all about their pocketbook. I'm about to give y'all several examples of what I'm talking about, but here's my first one. Okay, a couple of months ago in 2019, I was experiencing pain in my abdominal area. And I was dealing with, I still went to work. I was dealing with the pain all through work. When I got off, I let my mom take me to the hospital because I was in so much pain that I couldn't drive. So my mom was caring enough to take me to the hospital. I didn't have insurance. I don't have it now. So I went to the nearest hospital, which was in another county. I work in another state. So I went to a hospital that was in the state I lived in. That was closer to where I lived. How about I waited in the emergency room in pain for about an hour or two before the intern actually got to me. And when he got to me, he examined me, but he didn't give me any pain medication or none of that. They took blood from me and gave me an X-ray or what was some type of ultrasound or whatever to try to see what was wrong. After they diagnosed me with having gallbladder stones, they let me go. They let me go without giving me any type of prescription for pain medication. The only type of prescription they gave me was prescription for some type of medication you put in your mouth to keep from throwing up. They gave me a list of names of doctors who I could go to who could give me an operation to get the stones out. But other than that, they didn't cure the problem. I still had the problem. And no, I didn't really have any money to pay them at that time. Shit, I was trying to say hold on to gas money to get back and forth to work. How about 3 months later, they sent me a letter in the mail saying I owe $1,800. Hold on just a minute. $1,800? You didn't even cure the problem. What was wrong with me? The only thing you did was had me wait in there for about 2 hours. I was still in pain. Yes, you gave me an X-ray, ultrasound, but that wasn't worth $1,800. You get what I'm saying? I would have seen 300, 500. But what they was talking about, $1,800 wasn't even worth it. They didn't cure the problem. I left with the same problem as I came in with. You see where the rip off is at? Because they didn't cure anything. They didn't solve anything. They found the problem, but they didn't cure the problem. But yet they want $1,800. And they got their hand out for that. And guess what? If I don't pay that, I'm gonna get sued by them. Now I'm regretting ever going to the hospital. This is why I don't like to go to the hospital when I get sick. I just rough it out because it's like this. These healthcare providers no longer care in their hearts to actually save you or help you. They care more about their pocketbook than they do helping you or saving you. And it's not just doctors and nurses in the hospital. It's the ambulance. It's all of them in the healthcare industry. All of them do the same thing, act the same way. It's all about the money. And if you don't have the money or the insurance, you're screwed. And it's sad. Don't get me wrong. I understand that they have a job to do and they supposed to get paid. But if a person can't afford it, they just can't afford it. And the lack of care they have for a black woman is very sad too. Just like this case with this woman right here. I'm pretty sure there's a lot of other cases like this right here that happened too. And not just to a model or celebrity. This woman right here wasn't famous, but she was still neglected by the hospitals. And I'm pretty sure there are other stories of women getting neglected by the hospitals. And the way they treat elderly people is wrong also. It's like they have very little concern in saving elderly people's lives. When they see them passing away, they don't do anything to stop it. They just let them move on. I may be wrong for saying this, but if you're a healthcare provider, all life is important. It doesn't make any difference whether it's a newborn baby or an older woman. You should always try to preserve life. But you have doctors like this one who don't give a shit about preserving your life, who will actually help you in your life. Especially these elderly people. If you have an elderly family member, keep your eye on them when they go to the doctor, because they will give them something to take them out of here. I have an elderly relative who died in 2015. He went in there with a small injury and never made it back out alive again. That's some reality. I'm pretty sure one of y'all have a story like that. And these insurance companies seem like they working against us more than they are working for us. They'll take money out your check every month, but when it's time for you to go to the doctor, they don't pay the whole premium. You have to come out your pocket with some. And I have a grandma who died in 2009. How about this? The first day she was in the nursing home, they gave her the wrong medicine, which swelled her lips up. She was rushed to the hospital where she died. Most of them don't give a shit about your relatives. They definitely don't give a shit about you, and they'll kill your ass in a heartbeat. So watch your back and pray. That's all I can tell you.